G'day folks, once again you find yourself on I wonder where that goes. And in part 4, as advertised, we're going to talk about Stevie's exhaust and also his weight loss program. Despite the transcity moniker that Honda decided to give Stevie, he does have just a regular high-level trail bike exhaust, as you can see in this picture. The front is a single pipe header coming back to a junction behind that white side panel, and then there's a pretty sizable, heavy, mild steel exhaust can silencer thingy coming out the back, which has then been pimped by Honda with a little chrome bit on the end that you can just see. Here we see the silencer in all its glory, and a thing of beauty. I'm sure you'll agree it is not. This thing weighs about 4.5 kilos. After buying the bike, I discovered that it was rotted out at the junction between the header and the silencer on the left here. And this explains the unexpected bass note in Stevie's original exhaust. Let's take a moment to talk about power to weight. People always talk about horsepower and how powerful something is, and that seems to be the ultimate goal. But you have to remember that you need to actually move that vehicle, and the heavier it is, the less effect your power will have, if you get what I'm saying. This explains beautifully why any motorcycle of modest power and above will blow off almost any sports car because of power to weight. A motorcycle with 100 horsepower and weighing 200 kilos is going to be a lot quicker than a sports car weighing 1500 kilos but having 300 horsepower. It's just more for less. And just take a moment to marvel at the completely accurate icons that I found, no expense spared, to represent a sports car and a sports bike. As an example, my TDM, seen here on the day I bought it, was already lightened because it didn't have Yamaha's wheelie bin of an exhaust slung underneath it when I purchased it. It had some lovely laser cans. But still, I have worked on that for the last 6 or 7 years, and I've reduced its weight by about 12 kilos. That has changed its power to weight, together with some performance improvements, by about 8%, which I challenge you to do by improving the performance of the engine without spending wads of cash. Remember, this is what Stevie's supposed to look like, with all that fake Paris-Dakar shit on it, all of which is expensive to break. In his current crash-resistant form, also with the light mudguard, high-level mudguard, and the brake line changes, Stevie weighs 120 kilos wet. Right, back to the exhaust. Uncle Ali came through again. €17 delivered for this 28mm tail can, and another couple of bucks for these diesel heater exhaust pipe right angle bend things, which I could then finagle into making a connector pipe from the header to the silencer can. The header pipe only has an internal diameter of about 25mm, 26, and so these diesel heater thingies, which are also 25mm, work perfectly. And on a little bike you want torque more than power, and so that just worked fine. And although improving power to weight is the main goal here, I'm not averse to a little bit of gas flowing. As you can see from this header pipe, the welding was pretty shonky from Honda, and so I decided to clean that up, shown here. That looks a damn sight better, and might be worth, I don't know, a pico horsepower. I then went out for a 30k thrash on Stevie with the new exhaust setup, and did something that I haven't done in a very long time, since my GT250 X7 and RD250 350LC days, and that is a plug chop. As I was approaching home about, 300, 400 meters, I had the bike at flat out, wide open throttle for a kilometre, and then I cut the power with the kill switch and coasted home, perfectly timed, so I could whip the plug out and have a look. The colouring on this photo may not do it justice, but take it from me, that is the archetypal rich tea biscuit light brown colour. No bubbling, no overheating, looked good to me. So at the end of all that, after spending about 20 euros and some faffing about in the shed, I've improved Stevie's power to weight by 14%. Not bad effort, I reckon.